I say I'm doing my emails and really I'm just rewatching Harry Styles' Watermelon Sugar for like the 4th time. Honestly, it makes sense for me. Good morning. So today I wanted to film a vlog for a few different reasons. One, I wanted to share with you what I'm up to, what my life has been like. But also two, I feel like this is gonna be really interesting for me to look back on in 5, 10, 20 years, who knows? Because it is now 2.5 months into self-isolation. I'm here in Toronto, Canada, and I'm 22 years old. And it's truly such a strange time. And I know we've all really had to adapt our daily routines and make changes. And I think we're all just trying to do our best. Whatever that means for you is enough. And that's what I've been doing a lot. It's being gentle with myself and reminding myself that it's okay if you're not the most productive right now. It's okay if you are. It's something that we're all just dealing with so differently. So for me, I'm just really trying to focus on my mental health and staying in a positive place, as well as, you know, taking care of myself both physically and like emotionally, all that. So yeah, I want to take you through my day and share what a typical day is like. This video is actually brought to you by NEUTROGENA, which I'm really excited about. I'll be talking a little bit more about that later. But in the meantime, all I've done, I want this to be as realistic and a real reflection of my day as possible. The only thing I've done since waking up is, one, throw my hair in a pony because it was looking a little crazy. I put on a sports bra and I made my bed. But other than that, this is the beginning of my day, and I hate to admit it, I'm starting it at like 11:30 a.m. Yay. You know what? The window of my awake hours have just really adjusted. Like, I'm waking up way later, but I'm also going to bed way later. So I'm still awake for the same amount of hours. It's just the slightly less ideal hours because I have less daylight now. Anyways, let's head into the kitchen. Let's make a little brekkie. You guys know I mess with this bread on such a level, it's insane. Now, I've definitely been more of a sweet girl for breakfast lately, but today we're gonna go savory and do the classic millennial meal. Let's do some avocado toast. I'm not even a millennial, I don't think. What am I, Gen Xer? I think I am. Avocado, kimchi, and this is the most important step. My spice drawer. The state of my spice drawer right now is just a reflection of my life right now. Just all over the place. Perfection. Okay, the very easy way to make avocado toast. Avocado, slice it up, go in with a nice mash. Now this is what takes it to the next level. This amazing kimchi, and I put a ridiculous amount of it on top. I love kimchi. And apparently it's really good for you, so that's what I just tell myself. All that fermentation. But this just gives it the perfect amount of like acid and spice. The star of the show, don't forget the coffee. Look at how pretty these flowers are. These have been just making my day. Flowers are something that I never buy for myself just because I'm like, it's just gonna die. But whenever they're gifted to me, I'm like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. They're just so pretty. I'm sorry, does that not look insane? The one thing for me that I've been doing a ton is living on FaceTime, and I'm just calling my friends a ridiculous amount of times. So thanks to all the friends that pick up to my FaceTime calls that weren't a scheduled meeting. Actually, that's how you know someone's a real one. If you don't plan to have a FaceTime and you just FaceTime them out of the blue and they immediately pick up, stunning. This is spicy. Whoo! You know when like the spice, it like hits the wrong part? Oh my God. Whoo! Wow, how did I wake up so late? The only thing about the everything but the bagel is that it gets everywhere, but worth it. Okay, let's get this day started. Now this is gonna sound absolutely insane, but I'm not that good at brushing my teeth. And I mean, I take my oral hygiene very seriously. I floss every day. But when I brush my teeth, it's not good. Like, I'm not one of those people that can like take my toothbrush away from the sink because I make a mess. That being said, the next step of my day is to brush my teeth. So, and this definitely looks like I need a new toothbrush. This one looks disgusting. And I always use a tongue scraper. I cannot live without my tongue scraper. And if you know me, I have a weird obsession with flossing my teeth. I do it multiple times a day. Okay, time to do a little skincare. You guys know I'm skincare obsessed. I'm super excited to be partnering with NEUTROGENA on this. Now, I pretty much do my skincare, not pretty much, I do my skincare every single morning and every single night. I'm really diligent about it. And especially during these times when I feel like I have more time to focus on my skincare routine, I've been taking it very, very seriously. The first thing I'm gonna do is tie my hair into a bun because if it's in a pony like this, it will get soggy. And nobody wants soggy pony, you know? A little something like this. Okay, so for my morning skincare on a day like today, I like to use a cleanser and a moisturizer. These two ones here are Gentle Essentials from NEUTROGENA. First things first, I'm gonna go in with the cleanser just to get off any oils or dirt. You know, I'm a sweaty human when I sleep, so I always like to cleanse. This one here is the NEUTROGENA Ultra Gentle Daily Cleanser. This is the foaming formula. So what I like to do is take a pump of this. One pump is like the perfect amount, and then just cleanse like normal. Now I like to do this thing where I cleanse my face for at least 60 seconds. Sometimes I feel like we get so caught up with life, we just splash it on and splash it off. But I do think it's really important to make sure that you take the time to thoroughly massage it in and really let the cleanser get to work. Now you guys know I do have quite sensitive skin and quite inconsistent skin. So what I really like about this formula is that it is very gentle on the skin, but it still cleanses away any excess oils and dirt, makeup, anything like that. But it does so without stripping the skin or leaving it feeling over dried or dehydrated, anything like that. Now this cleanser is specially formulated to make sure that it doesn't disrupt your skin's natural moisture barrier, because you shouldn't have to compromise and pick between cleansing your skin or leaving it feeling stripped. So luckily with this cleanser, you don't have to make that compromise. Okay. It has been well over a minute now. I'm just gonna rinse off like normal. What I really like too, I've been really trying to shy away from a ton of physical exfoliators and like products with a ton of like, you know, grit and texture to them. So I really like how this cleanser is a nice smooth formula. And now you can see I have very like red skin and it normally gets very irritated to the touch. But even after cleansing my skin and drying it off, no red skin. That's good. That's a very good thing. I think I was at a point where I was so used to my skin always being kind of inflamed and irritated that I didn't realize that it could not be that way after washing my skin. But this is literally the perfect example. Literally no redness at all. Obviously other than my old breakouts, but these were hormonal. Why can't I say that? Hormonal. Oh my god, hormonal. These were oh my god. These were hormonal. These breakouts were definitely hormonal though, so there's nothing you can do about that. Okay, moving on, I'm gonna do some moisturizer. I've got the NEUTROGENA Oil-Free Moisture for sensitive skin. This is one of those products that I've just kind of had in my collection for such a long time. And especially when I was younger, and I remember my dermatologist recommended that I use this. So I've had a long love affair with this moisturizer, especially something when I was just starting out with skincare. I didn't really have a lot of money to spend on it, and NEUTROGENA products are really affordable, which is great. And this is an ultra gentle moisturizer, super lightweight. You honestly barely even feel it on the skin. It absorbs really, really quickly. Like I said, it is oil-free, so it's actually a water-based formula. And it just helps ensure it reduces any dryness, but also without leaving you feeling super greasy and shiny. So I just really like to take my time and kind of massage the moisturizer in all over my face and down my neck as well. So that is basically it for my morning skincare. Super simple, super easy, and really great for my skin type. Now, something that I really like about both these NEUTROGENA products is that they're free of any fragrances, of any dyes, of any parabens. They're non-comedogenic. Am I saying that right? Non-comedogenic. I can never say that word, I have problems with it, but they won't plug your pores, which is important. So yeah, both these products definitely get both of my thumbs up and my stamp of approval. I think they're amazing. Definitely worth checking out, especially if you do have sensitive skin. Okay, I am feeling good and cleansed. Let's go set up the rest of the day. I need to go through my agenda and my kind of to-do list for the day and just map everything out. Let's go. OMG, major interruption. I just found out that Harry Styles came out with his Watermelon Sugar music video, so obviously we need to watch that. Oh my goodness. This is it. This is good. This is good stuff. Wow, I'm just I need to stop. Oh my goodness. This is a rose of my day. This is a rose for sure. This right here. Okay, so I've got my planner and my journal. I'm just gonna quickly do that. Do some emails. So normally I just kind of like to start off my day and make sure that there's no, crazy urgent emails that I need to get back to. I do like to do a gratefulness journal. I've been doing this literally every day, probably for the last 3 years of my life. As much as I am like a very cheesy person and like to do little gratitude games and do my roses and thorns, I do think it really is important to take, you know, some time out of the day to do some reflections or just to write down your thoughts, anything like that. So I just have my own little prompts that I write, and I write like 3 different things that I'm grateful for, 3 things that I'm looking forward to in the day, and a powerful like I am statement. So I'm just gonna jot those down right now. I like to keep mine personal. I don't normally share them, but I always share my roses and thorns at the end of the day. I've been doing that actually lately on my Instagram. So if you wanna follow me over there on stories, I've been asking you what your rose and thorn has been, and you guys have been sharing little tidbits of your day that, you know, just make it a little bit better. And the thing with roses and thorns too, it's like, it doesn't need to be this crazy overarching, you know, deep analysis of your life that you need to do. But for me, it's just something in the last 24 hours that was a little positive. It could have been, oh, my avocado was perfectly ripe, or a friend had called me that I wasn't expecting to hear from, or it could be really anything. So no matter how big or how small, I think it's important to kind of acknowledge those moments. It's also so shocking to look back and see my own handwriting. Whenever I'm doing like my personal journals or my daily gratitudes, my writing is horrible. I swear my handwriting is only somewhat pretty if I really consciously spend the time and put effort into it. But if I'm just like scribbling things down, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that can read it, which, you know what, maybe it's like cool because it's like a little secret. It's like for my eyes only, you know? And then this here is my planner, and this is where I put all of my work stuff, my work deadlines, and I schedule in like my calendars, although it doesn't look that good. Look at this very organized bullet journal. Amanda would not be proud of me. Anyways, I just always like to write a to-do list of at least like 2 or 3 things, little like check boxes, because I just like the feeling of checking things off and making me, whether it's a real sense of completion or a false sense of productivity, either way, it just makes me feel accomplished for the day if I check things off. So I'll write a few things down. So I'm just gonna set those out right now and map everything out. And then lastly, I go on my laptop, I go through my emails and do like a quick skim. Now, I actually read a book on productivity and how many interruptions we have throughout our day. So something that I've been trying to do is to at least have 3 designated times throughout the day where I intentionally check my email, and I've been turning off my notifications or putting my computer on do not disturb. And that just helps me feel like less cluttered and half like, I feel like I'm always like multitasking and starting and stopping things, and that's just really not productive in the long term. So I've been really good about like turning the notifications off of everything. Even on my like personal phone, I don't have notifications on for anything other than like text messages and people calling me. But for social media and emails, I have them all turned off my phone as well. I feel like that also kind of feeds into the idea of, you know, never being off. And I get it, there's some things that you always want to be on call for, but for me, especially when working from home, it's nice for me to kind of set parameters, and beyond 6 o'clock, I'm not looking at my work emails or anything like that. And that just kind of gives me a bit of peace of mind, and that's something that I've been implementing. But for me, that's really helpful. And then it's normally this time of day when I go through my YouTube comments and I try to respond to as many of them as I can. I feel like that's something that's really important to me. I love like the community aspect of YouTube and YouTube videos. So normally in the morning I'll go through and reply back. I normally try to set a time limit though, because I want to reply back to every single comment, and then I can just sit here for like 2 hours and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's been 2 hours. How did that happen? Okay, I'm gonna put the phone down. I'm gonna close the laptop, and now it's time. I'm gonna go for a little run. I've been trying to do, you know, at least 5K, whether it's walking. I don't care if I'm slow walking or running, whatever it is. I just like to like get outside and get my body moving. It is like kind of about to rain, I think, so I will put on some waterproof gear. Ugh, this might be slightly miserable. It's gonna be wet outside for sure. Okay, let me get changed. And the next time I see you, I might be soaking wet. We'll see, could go either way. I am straight up like a trash human being, and I slide my feet into my shoes without unlacing them. Okay, I'll see you guys on the flip side. I literally almost forgot the most important thing. Okay, even though it's literally not sunny at all and it's about to rain, and I'm wearing a hat, I am just trying to be so good about my skin, and I've been wearing sunscreen anytime I go out. Down the neck and back of the hands. I literally stepped out and locked my door, and I was like, wait, the SPF. Whew, okay, I just got back from my run. It actually wasn't pouring nearly as much as I thought it was going to. It was kind of like a light mist throughout my entire jog. But I actually feel really good now. I'm glad I went out and did that. I'm gonna go hop in the shower now and like clean my entire soul. I feel like a sweaty mess. Now, I've been spending so many of my days trying new recipes and baking, and I think I finally perfected my homemade granola recipe. Now, whenever I'm cooking or baking, I always listen to a podcast. Right now, I'm listening to Claudia and Phineas's, but I go through a variety. Okay, so those are going in for like 50 minutes. If you guys want to see a full video on this recipe, let me know, because I have to say, this granola is so good. Okay, I think it's ready. I'm sorry, is granola just like not one of the best foods in the world? It's oatmeal, but snackable. Snackable oatmeal. Oh gosh, this is my non-dominant hand. Oh yes.
What other dish has its initials seared into it? Now, side note, this is for the article.
A little hair and makeup to make myself feel somewhat put together. And I say that as someone who's wearing a giant oversized t-shirt and sweatpants. Actually, that's something good to flag. One great thing about doing meetings on Zoom and, you know, video calls, all of that stuff, is that you really only have to look somewhat presentable from like the chest up, which is a good thing because, you know, wearing jeans is not fun to do every day, and it's nice to live in PJ pants and sweatpants. That's how I actually prefer to be. But I actually have, you guys have probably never seen it from this angle because I normally never shoot that way because there's a giant mirror there. So when I'm sitting on my laptop at my desk, it's directly facing that mirror. Like that's what's behind me. So you have to be careful because depending on how the webcam is situated, you can see in the mirror and see the reflection and see what I'm actually wearing. So reminder to always wear pants. Anyways, I've let my granola cool back there and I'm ready to dive into it. I'm so excited. My house just smells like cinnamon and granola goodness and maple syrup. My favorite things, you guys know this. It gets better every time. Actually, I think I finally perfected my recipe. Oh my God. Yeah, that's good, real good. So I'm gonna eat this kind of like a cereal, but this works really good as like smoothie bowl toppings. I mean, you can do whatever with it. There's no rules. Wow, this is a good batch, guys. Sometimes I go through like really intense cereal phases, and like granola and cereal, I feel like that's kind of interchangeable. But when I'm in the mood for like a bowl of cereal, I can devour easily 4 bowls, like big full bowls. How is it already 6 o'clock? Wow, time is truly. Is that right? Well, that was a fail. Oh my goodness, 2 for 2. That is so sad. This might be 3 for 3. I don't have hope for this one. Okay, minor digital cleanse for the next hour. I'm gonna start this book. This is We Are the Weather by Jonathan Safran Foer. Am I saying that right? I hope I am. My younger cousin was super sweet. She knows that I love reading, and she basically picked some of her favorite books of the last few months, and she sent them to me so that way I could, you know, read them all and share my thoughts. So I'm gonna start this one off. I think this is about your eating choices and how that affects the environment, I believe. Saving the planet begins at breakfast. Yeah, I think so. That makes sense. You know what's something I've never gotten into, but I've never given it a fair shot, is like a Kindle or like reading like a ebook. Is that what it's called? An ebook? The ebook sound like some like out of touch adult. What are the kids doing these days? You know, reading the ebooks? I don't know. I like the tangible, like being able to hold a book, but I guess I'd be open to trying an ebook. Then there's something so good, like I can see throughout this, my cousin has highlighted her favorite parts. There's something so nice about like writing little notes and highlighting things. Oh wow, she's highlighted a lot. Wow, great work. Oh, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you? FaceTimed you earlier.
You FaceTime me?
Yeah, and you picked up and then hung up right away. It was so weird.
Oh, I was out on a run this afternoon. Maybe I somehow picked up with my earphone.
Oh, because I was like, oh, bye.
Wait, what? That's
I was
so...
like, maybe she's filming and she quickly just had to like end it or something. Oh.
Say hello to the vlog.
Hello.
That entire conversation was just too funny. Anyways, okay, I was kind of putting it off. I had a little bit of, I mean, it wasn't technically work, but I was trying to get ahead and I was gonna edit something and just kind of get something off my plate. And I was gonna avoid doing it, but you know what? I'm like, let's just get it done. It's probably only gonna take like an hour to edit. So I'm gonna sit down on my computer, do a bit of editing, and then I think I might call it a night after that. It's been a good day overall. I feel really good about it. Let's do a little edit. My preferred position when editing is slouched back, one leg up on the desk right here. I can't explain it. It's just the best and I get the most work done. It just, you know, it feels right. Okay, done and done. We're ending the day back where we started it. I'm back in my bedroom and I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna go wash off my makeup and then hop in bed and probably spend way too many hours on TikTok. Yeah, it's really starting to get out of hand and I can't tell if I hate it or I love it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. That helps me out on the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe, comment, follow, like, do all the things. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!